first time this season, we are coming to you live from the Batangas City Coliseum as the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters will be hosting their first home game later on. But of course, we will still have a triple header, another explosive one, as all of the teams so far we've seen this season have figured in thrilling matchups dito sa umpisa ng ating 6th season. Paulo Hubalde will be looking to lead the Bulacan Cuyas to their first victory after losing closely to the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters in their first game. He had 18 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals in their first matchup. Meanwhile, on the other side, it will be DJ Mitchell looking to make another impactful game for the Manila Stars. He was supposed to play for the De La Salle Green Archers in the UAP but chose to go pro right away. They will be figuring in our first matchup later on at 6 o'clock p.m. It's going to be the Parañaque Patriots facing the South Cotabato Warriors. And as I said in our last game, Batangas City will be hosting their first home matchup against Iloilo. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Javi Palanya here, joined by Coach Mike Perez. Now, Coach Mike, which of these two teams do you think will get their first victory of the season considering their first games?
Well, it's hard to tell because both their games are actually very close. Kahit na ano pa gawin natin, maglalaban at magkukumpit itong dalawa in search for their first win, Javi.
A third member of our broadcast panel is Miss Gianna Llanes. Gianna, welcome back to the Mpbl.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm very excited to be here dahil marami talagang magagandang alaala ang nabuo sa kasaysayan ng Mpbl dito sa Batangas City Coliseum. This is one of the OG venues of our league. So nung nakausap ko ang ilang mga Batanggenyo, sabi nila ang Mpbl season ay talagang inaabangan nila kada taon. At syempre, mas bibigyan natin yan ng kulay sa mga reports ko. So sana ma-enjoy niyo. Back to you guys.
That's right. We're going to hear more from the Gianna as this game progresses. Let's talk about the first game of the Bulacan Cuyas. We mentioned it was a close matchup against the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters. In fact, they kept toe-to-toe with inaugural season champions in that game, even carrying a lead entering the fourth quarter, but they just fell short in the very end.
Well, not only that, Javi, they never trailed by double digits in that game, keeping in pace against the Batangas team. Forced 18 turnovers, they got 19 points out of it, and it really was close until that 10-4 run by Batangas to secure that win. And what's even impressive is that Paulo Hubalde is the only player that came up with 18 points or double digits for Bulacan. And so that's something that Bulacan might be looking into, especially as they need more help coming off the bench.
Of course, this is the core that used to play for the Mindoro Disciplinados. Last year, Coach Buds Reyes once again at the helm. These are the numbers from that game, Coach. What stared out to you the most in this match?
Well, points in the paint as well as bench points. Those two are very crucial if you want to get wins. Got to get a lot of points in the paint and help from the bench as well if you want to go on and get your win.
Ayun, tawid naman tayo sa kabilang panig. Let's talk about the first game of the Manila Stars. They had a surprising start to that game against the Parañaque Patriots. Nobody expected them to go down by as much as 23 points, but they roared back in the second half by way of a 24-point third quarter that made the game competitive but just fell short ultimately in the very end, just like how Bulacan fell short to Batangas in their first match.
Definitely a gutsy stand by Manila right there. Like what you said, 23-point deficit, got into a 13-point run in the third quarter until they closed it out.
Yeah, you know, this team, still we have yet to see the full strength of this roster. We still have names coming in. Players will be featured in this Manila Stars team. So a lot more to be seen from this squad. And ngayon naman, tingnan natin if they will be getting their first victory of the season. Let's get the show on the road. Let's turn you over to Miguel Pere.
Happy weekend mga kaliga and welcome to the Batangas City Sports Coliseum for the 2024 Buenas Manny Pacquiao's Mpbl Season 6 presented by Extreme. First game features Bulacan versus Manila. Live on the official Mpbl FB page, YouTube channel, MPTV Signal Channel 98, MPTV Channel 53 on satellite, and on Pilipinas Live app. Time to meet our starters. First, for Bulacan Cuyas. Starting at forward number 35, JC Carandang. Also at forward number 16, Coco Tansyoko. At center, number 24, Tristan Big Boy Hernandez. At guard, number 1, Nino Ibanez. And the other guard, number 0, Paulo Hubalde. Head coach for Bulacan Cuyas is Jonathan Buds Reyes. Assistant coaches, Joey Dada and Danilo Ramirez. Team managers are Justin Dada and Rodolfo Reyes III. Team owner is Honorable Congressman Jose Antonio C. Alvarado. Now, the starting 5 for Manila SB Batang Sampaloc SGA. Starting at forward, number 1, DJ Mitchell. At center, number 28, Sean Umali. At guard, number 18, Francis Escandor. Also at guard, number 11, Pau Havelona. And the other forward, number 17, Carl Brian Cruz. Head coach for Manila SB Batang Sampaloc SGA is Gabby Severino. Assistant coaches Ricky Dandan, Ren Noriega, and Maxi Dayandante. Team consultant is Charles Chu. Team managers are Ado Salazar and Neil Arce.
Our starting 5 of this game brought to you by Buenas. For the Bulacan Cuyas, it will be the Yako man, Paulo Hubalde, leading this pack along with Nino Ibanez, Kristan Hernandez, Coco Tadsoko, and JC Karandang. Para naman kay Coach Gabby Severino, it will be Pao Havelona and Francis F. Escandor in the backcourt, joined by Sean O'Malley, Carl Brian Cruz, and DJ Mitchell. Thank you so much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, for everybody watching on Facebook and YouTube, on the Pilipinas Live app, and of course on MPTV channel 98 and satellite channel 53. This is the first game of your Saturday triple header here at the Batangas City Coliseum. Abby Palanya joined by Coach Mike Perez. Coach Mike, what do you expect from Manila at the start of this ball game?
Well, I expect them to start running because I find it odd that you have a guard like Enzo Navarro and a big man in Sean O'Malley and get only 5 fast break points in your previous games. And so that's a good opportunity for the team of Manila.
Talking about Sean O'Malley, he opens up the scoring festivities with the first 2 points for Manila. O'Malley, there are big expectations ahead of him, especially with the performance that he had in the NCAA playing for Lyceum.
Well, he's one of those bigs that you actually very comfortably playing at the post, and so that's going to be one of his strengths, I guess, as the season goes along for Sean.
Well, that time he didn't get the ball at the post. In fact, he didn't touch the basketball at all, but he sent that seal screen for Paulo Havelona for a 4-0 lead for the Stars. Karantang, one of the top performers for Bulacan in that opening game, missing from the outside. Havelona looks inside. CBC, Carl Brian Cruz, a quick 6-0 spurt for Manila at the start of this game.
Napakaganda ng complementary pieces ng Manila on the block. O'Malley and Carl Brian Cruz. 2 big guys that can actually do their stuff down there low.
And finally, Bulacan getting on the board courtesy of JC Karandang. Karandang had 10 points in that game against Batangas. The Cuyas get a stop. Ubalde looking up as usual. Being defended by Escandor. Umali hedges. Hernandez back out. That was a dangerous pass to Choco. Give and go on the right side. Ibanez fadeaway jumper. No good. Mitchell with the rebound. 3-on-3 break. Mitchell pulls up. That's short. Karandang with the board.
A little back and forth between these two teams. None converting. And hopefully this one will get to see a basket. Oh, player down on the floor. That's Cruz.
It looks like Ibanez hit him on the mouth. They go inside. CBC mismatch against Sobalde, but the help was there from Karandang. Bulacan is running again. Ibanez, ever so cat quick, gets the basket plus the foul.
Well, much as we like see this action right here, defense on one end, push the rock the other way, have Ibanez finish, and Sean really just a little bit late. But much as we like how Ibanez finished it, you have to admire how Sean O'Malley is able to run alongside guards out in the open floor.
Nino Ibanez really struggled from the field in their first game. He was only 2 out of 10, but he did score 4 out of 4 from the free throw line. 6-5 is the count. Almost 3 minutes gone by the opening quarter. Abelona setting up the table here for the guys in blue. Pau gets a screen from Carl Brian Cruz. O'Malley at the block against big boy Christian Hernandez. That's a turnover for Manila.
Yeah, little miscommunication right there on when that dive is gonna come. But Sean O'Malley had the right thing. There was defense that's coming to him. Medyo yung timing lang yung pasa kay CBC on the other end as he dove.
Paulo Hubalde, considered already a legend here in the Mpbl. Ibanez with a rock. Shot clock winding down. Ibanez against a good defensive guard in Paulo Abelona. Tatsoko overshoots the mark. Hernandez with the offensive rebound. Nino, dangerous pass to Paulo Hubalde, the Aquaman. Turnaround jumper, back irons that one. Sean O'Malley with the rebound. The pitch out, that's too forward for DJ Mitchell.
Alam mo, madalas napapag-usapan si Shaq Taganas pagdating sa mga baseball, sa mga football pass na gano'n. Pero ito si Sean, lakas rin, isang kamay lang, ano, yung pitch niya on the other end.
And what's good with Sean is, even with that wide frame, dalang-dala niya eh.
Oh, yeah.
He's deceivingly quick.
Correct. He's very nimble on his feet. And, you know, ganda rin ang footwork and very stable underneath too.
Escador completes the steal, looks ahead. Abelona against Ibanez. Abelona draws contact and gets 2 points.
Good defense right there by FS Candor. Picking up that rock and turning it the other way for that easy deuce.
4 points in the game for the former NU Bulldog. Ubalde bullets a pass to Ibanez. Abelona with another steal. The Stars with the opportunity again to run. Cruz adjusts. Too strong. Mitchell short this time on the tip. Ubalde has Tanchoco ahead. The bounce pass. Tanchoco blocked, but there's a foul against Sean O'Malley.
Well, I guess more critical, that's the second personal on Sean O'Malley. Both of them trying to close out on guys driving to the rack.
Which prompts Coach Gabby Severino to pull out former UAAP MVP and Ateneo Blue Eagle, Rabaul Husseini, who has been out of the professional basketball scene for quite some time. We welcome his presence here in the MPBL.
Look at that towering frame and height of Raba. He still is a guy that you don't want to contend with underneath.
Oh, definitely, you know, one of the more skillful centers, especially during his time. And Al-Husseini, he's just looking to get into much better shape as we take a look at this free throw. Brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Another substitution for Manila. Mitchell goes out in favor of Didet Hanapi, formerly of the Adamson Soaring Falcons. Hanapi was also one of their top performers in their first game against Parañaque. Hanapi had 13 points and 4 out of 11 shooting. Let's take this opportunity to turn you over to Ms. Gianna Llanes at courtside.
Javi and Coach Mike, coming from a sprain, Jason Celis will be seeing action for the Bulacan Cuyas today, playing at 80%. Identity daw ang tema para sa Bulacan Cuyas, hindi lang sa laro na ito, pero sa buong season daw. Ayon kay Coach Tudes, his team has been practicing together since October, pero with the idea that they'll be representing a different province. Much to his team's surprise daw, they were to represent Bulacan instead. At ngayon, ang challenge ay ma-establish nila itong identity na ito this season. The main idea, no superstars on the team. Most of his players that were not used in their previous teams, but here they'll be able to find a home. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Gianna. And a lot of the guys using this opportunity to be able to make a name for themselves here with this Bulacan Kuya squad. Hanapi from the left corner, that's short. Hernandez with a rebound. Slow scoring for both squads here. 8-7 is the count. Carandang drives left. Carandang blocked by Cruz.
Yeah, it's one thing to try and finish going middle with the left hand against Carl Brian Cruz. He's seen a lot of that, and you know, he just times his block.
Cruz, one of the ex-PBA players, suiting up for the Manila Stars this season. Tatsoko gets the inbound. Carandang. 7 on the shot clock for Bulacan. Valdez blitzed. They go to the corner. Ibanez steps on the baseline.
And that was a turnover, but you see the composure of Paulo Hubalde. He got blitzed, stayed in control, trying to find the open man. And really, that's what you want in your point guard. Be always in control and well composed, even despite the pressure.
Talking about point guards, a new guard is on the floor for Manila. That's Lorenzo Navarro, formerly of Iloilo. Navarro coming off the bench for Manila in this game. Hanapi from the outside, 0 out of 2 to begin the game. Ibanez. That door shut down on him by the Manila defense. Bulacan will decide to set up. Balde gets Escandor on his hip. Ibanez from three-point country. That's long. Navarro with the board.
Bulacan actually doing all the right stuff. They're just not converting. I mean, a dribble penetrate on that drift in the corner and a hockey pass, that's good. But you got to make your shots. Rabas just going in there and scoring in the paint.
Oh, what about that pass from Lorenzo Navarro? Manila now with a 3-point lead. Carandang after the flare, short on the layup. Offensive rebound to Hernandez, but he saves it to the wrong guy. Ira Batelier to the left side. Escandor could not finish. That's going to be a foul against Bulacan.
Well, a couple of lefties going at it. Paulo Hubalde trying to challenge that layup attempt.
Take a look at this play of the game brought to you by Buenas. Look at that nifty pocket pass coming from Enzo Navarro, one of the finest guards here in the Mpbl.
That's why I'm telling you, and I find it hard to believe. You have a player in Enzo Navarro on your team, and you only get 5 fast break points. You've got guys who are big enough to control the defensive board and have him push the rock. And expect fast break points, I guess, to be so much better in this game for Manila.
Navarro was one of the leading assist men in the 5th season of the league while he was playing for the United Royals. We got a stoppage in action here. I think our referees are reviewing that last play for a possible unsportsmanlike foul. That was quite the hit on Escandor. Both coaches using this opportunity to huddle up their fives.
Yeah, but did you see Francis Escandor, really a tough cookie too.
It's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul on Paulo Hubalde, so it's going to be 2 free throws for Escandor plus ball possession for Manila. Take a look at that again. Look at Ira Padilla leading that group. And then Hubalde left on an island against 2 guys. Definitely was a hit to the face.
Yeah, and you like the maturity of Francis Escandor because again that was a strong hit to the head, but you never saw him complaining. He just kept on moving and waited for what the officials would be deciding on.
Oh, he was a vital cog of that championship squad from LaSalle last year in the UAAP. A 3-and-D guy who is, as you said, a tough cookie.
Yep.
John Hamon will be taking his place on the floor for Manila for the first time in this game.
Tsaka pag tinignan mo rin yung lineup ng Manila, malalim rin yung bench no? You got John Hamon, Enzo Navarro, Paolo Javillona, you have Hanapi. I mean, these guys can play really good basketball.
Yeah, all of these guys having notable careers.
Good
Fake. Tanchoko step to the side 3, still no go. Offensive rebound once again for Bulacan. They've been getting a lot of second chance opportunities here in the first. Montero, the shot clock winding down for Bulacan. Somebody's got to make something happen. Manzo from way downtown.
Oh!
That's off the glass.
Oh man! I don't know if he called that, but that's good for 3 points.
I think butas rin yung net, no? Kaya medyo awkward yung pagbagsak from the basket. Bulacan with another stop. This game is all tied up at 10. Manzo, can he go back-to-back? No foul called. Rebound galing sa kanya. Montero to the left corner. Tanchoko keeps trying and trying. It just hasn't been able to fall. Manzo, 5 straight points for Ralph.
Well, you keep on hustling, you keep on moving, you eventually will get rewarded. Manzo right now on a 4-point run. But still, what you see in Bulacan is they're getting their shot attempts really clear, almost unchallenged. They're just not making it.
Takuya's now in the lead. Navarro turns the corner, sees an opening, blocked by Manzo. What an impact so far for Ralph, so far here on his time on the floor. Al-Husseini gets 2 points unbothered.
Kita mo yung experience ni Raba Al-Husseini. He got that ball, put that ball on the floor, tried to probe if there were other guys that were free. Since there's none, went for that floater.
Apat na putos na sa laro na to para kay Raba Al-Husseini. Ilya Hero will check in the game para kay Coach Buds Reyes. This three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Just in the nick of time and off the glass for Ralph Manzo.
At binutas yung net.
Manzo, here he is once again, challenging all of 6'7" of Raba Al-Husseini.
This is a quick 6-point run here for Manzo. Exactly what Bulacan needed.
Oh, 7 actually, Coach.
Oh yeah, 7. That's a 3-pointer. That's right.
Batelier onto the left side. Navarro has it back. Top ball screen set by Al-Husseini. Hanapi gets a step on the defense. Floater in the lane, no good. Offensive rebound for Raba. He's down on the floor. There's a foul against Bulacan.
Love that Spain action with Hanapi right there in the middle. Raba really has made himself available in the paint, be it scoring or rebounding. Even, you know.
What about Ralph Manzo, Coach?
Oh yeah.
He's 7 points in the game in his first game of the season, by the way.
That's right. And he's been very impressive since he came in. And, you know, they couldn't find the basket. Manzo gave it to them.
Oh, he's taking advantage of the opportunity of not being scouted in their first game, coming into this game virtually unknown. Al-Husseini ties the game up at 14 under a minute to play here in the opening frame. A steal by Hamon. He has Batelier back, but Hamon will take it by himself. That's 2 points. Manila up 16 to 14. That prompts Coach Buds Reyes to burn one of his timeouts here. Bulacan in the lead only for a short time. Take a look at John Hamon playing the passing lanes there and beating Ralph Manzo to the ring. That's his first 2 points of the game. John Hamon, former EAC general in the NCAA. We'll take a short break. 39.2 seconds remaining here in the first. Mapapanood nyo ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino on MPTV Channel 98, on Satellite Channel 53, on the Pilipinas Live app, and of course on Facebook and YouTube. We're live from the Batangas City Coliseum for the first time this season. The Tanduay Rum Masters will be facing Iloilo in their first home defense of the season. And of course, we have Parañaque and South Cotabato right after this matchup between Bulacan and Manila. Both teams so far figuring in a tight matchup. Montero to Manzo on the flare. Ralph, 7 points in this game. He has a Hero on the corner. Shot clock winding down once again for the Cuyas. Montero in trouble. Right side, three-pointer, no good. Coming from Andales. There's a kick. And it will stay with the Stars with 9 seconds left. Chance to write the last sentence rather of this first chapter.
They have more than enough time to do that too.
Navarro, Batelier, Al-Husseini, Hanapi, and Jan Hamon. Enzo, 5 seconds left. He loses it. Andales pushing the pace. Andales, does he have enough time? Ooh, there's a foul. Ooh, costly mistake right there by Ara Batelier. It looked like di na nga aabot dun si Andales.
Right. It sure looked like he was about to lose one more step before that buzzer went off. Until that foul by Ira.
Our referees are going to check first if umabot yung pito sa oras. And I think second, they're also going to check if this merits an unsportsmanlike foul.
Right.
Take a look at it again. Dallas getting the cross on Batelier. Parang alanganin na, hindi na yata umabot. Oh no!
Yeah, it is.
Umabot, yeah.
Still there, yeah.
Late lang dumating yung dito, but I think the whistle our referees put on was on that push with still 0.1 seconds left.
Right.
Upon review, pushing foul on number 88, Ira Batalier.
So it is a foul, just a regular one though, on Ira Batelier. So Mark Andales will be taking 2 free throws.
2 free throws for Mark Andales.
There will be no more time left on the clock. Andales was one of the guys who was responsible for that second half push for Bulacan in that first game against Batangas. He didn't play the entire first half, but came on and sparked a rally in that third quarter to be able to carry a lead heading into the fourth quarter. And that's going to be it for the first 10 minutes of action. We're all tied up at 16. This end of the first quarter score brought to you by GameX. Elia Hero and the Bulacan Cuyas deadlocked at 16 with Manila here in our first game of our Saturday triple header here at the Batangas City Coliseum. This is Javi Palanya, joined by Coach Mike Perez and Ms. Gianna Llanes. Later on, we have Parañaque and South Cotabato, and in our main game, Batangas will be having their first home defense against Iloilo. Andales getting 2 points here to start the second.
Well, both teams actually not shooting very well in that first quarter, 27% and 36% respectively for Bulacan and Manila. But rebounds really on the favor of Bulacan by 5, 15, and 10. You're talking about it. They're getting a lot of second chance opportunities. Well, they're getting that because of the rebounds.
There's a foul on the double team against Lawrence Malyari. Baseline inbound for the Stars. Hamon finds himself momentarily open. That's off to the right. Batalier, the offensive rebound. Clean block by Manzo.
So far, offensive defense, Manzo's been showing us for Bulacan.
Ahero from downtown, no good. Chanamon skies for that rebound. Navarro looking forward. Hanapi, head and shoulder fake. Hanapi gets the step on Ahero. Ooh! Unsportsmanlike foul ang ipinito ng ating referees, but will that basket count by Hanapi?
Well, I guess that's something that involves this man right here, Rabah Al-Husseini, as Hanapi was trying to go baseline on that left-hand dribble for that layup.
Oh, we got to see that again. But that was a great move by Didet Hanapi. Getting the step on the defense with that hesitation.
And you really just love players who recognize and close out and attacks it back. And exactly what Hanapi did in that situation prior to that whistle getting blown.
What's the difference here for Manila, coach, compared to how they started against Parañaque? Obviously, it was not a good start for them in that game as they were down by as much as 23 points. But before you answer that, let's take a look at this last play. There was a layup by Hanapi. And I don't really see
I don't see it either.
Something coming from Rabah. There didn't seem to be any hit.
Right.
And I think siya pa nga yung natulak
Medyo
dun.
na armbar pa ng konti, no?
Our referees will be now approaching the scorer's table. And we will hear from Miguel Pere for the final verdict.
Upon review, basket is good for Didet Hanapi.
The basket counts for Hanapi.
Number 21, Rabah Al-Husseini, his first team foul.
There's there's a foul going to be called on Aluseni, but just a regular foul. I don't even think that there should have been a personal foul.
Right. Well, there are some situations I guess you gotta let go, and that's one of them they didn't let go.
Aluseni will be taking a breather here. James Tempra papasok sa laro na to for Manila. Coach Gabby Severino really using all his players here so far. That's what he did against Parañaque. Everybody got to play.
When you were asking me, Javi, about what has changed for Manila, again, they're running the ball. They're running the floor. Right now, they already have 8 fast break points compared to the 5 entire game the last time around. And so, you know, getting to those spots, getting those rebounds, running out in the open floor. You have Navarro, you have Hamon. These guys are capable initiators and finishers on the fast break.
I stand corrected, sorry. Dash Kuya and Gio Gonzaga were not able to play in that game against Parañaque, but still, only 2 players not seeing action for Coach Gabby Severino. Let's see if he will use the full strength of his roster this afternoon. Joshua Montero at the controls here for Bulacan. Tried to go to the roll man in John Baltazar.
Well, Baltazar got bottled up after they cleared out that side of the floor. Got held up as he was trying to roll.
Belated happy birthday, by the way, to John Baltazar. Hanapi inside gets the seal on Ajero.
Hanapi really just showing us that, you know, he is a bundle when it comes to baskets.
He hasn't been able to hit the mark from the outside, so deciding to go inside the shaded area for all of his points so far in this game. Manila forces another turnover.
And that's a lot to contend with. If you're going baseline against CBC, Baltazar is definitely going to have a challenge at that situation.
Drop step and the finish right there for Lidet Hanapi. Hanapi looking like a very dynamic scorer here for Manila. And that looks like to be the role that he's playing for Coach Gabby Severino, despite the plethora of options that they have. Ngayon naman, let's take this opportunity to go to Gian Lianes.
Kung identity ang tema ng Bulacan, humility daw ang pinakamahalaga para sa Manila. Kwento ni Coach Gabby na aware siya sa expectations on his team dahil on paper, malakas sila. Sabi niya, they aim to temper everyone's expectations. In his words, just because we have a strong team doesn't mean it's an automatic win. And with that, their biggest goal is to not start flat. So finding their shooters is really what they're aiming for this second quarter. Back to you guys.
I just love that from Coach Gabby, humility. And that's really what you want coming from a loaded roster. And it looks like they're showing that right now as they take a 4-point lead, back-to-back baskets for the Manila Stars.
Yeah, placing those core values and philosophies, really keeping the players in check, you know, staying with who we are and playing to our strengths.
Manzo, slow fake. Celis in the game for the first time. Ubalde takes it from the outside. No good. Cuyas have been taking a lot of 3-point shots in this game but have not been able to knock him down. That time, though, Ibanez gets a jumper from the baseline.
I'm guessing that's only the second time we've seen a perimeter shot made by Bulacan. The other one being Manzo's earlier.
Cruz, ooh, that's a block again by Manzo. That's a second of the game for Ralph.
And it's just all over the place.
Ibanez all the way for 2 points.
Well, Enzo Navarro at that point really got outplayed. I mean, the guy dribbled from one end to the other and finished off with a strong layup.
Navarro to the lifting Hamon. Tempra at the post, kicks it out quickly to Cruz. 2-man game between Hanapi and CBC. Navarro, shot clock winding down. They did. Back out to Navarro. Hamon with one on the shot clock, knocks it down.
And that's just the first 3-pointer made by Manila. They're 1 out of 8. And I was going to go to that point, but it's good now that they get a basket from there.
2 teams are combined 2 out of 12 from the outside so far in this game. Celis off the elevator. Bulacan late into their shot clock again. Short on the jumper was Nino Ibanez. They're getting the looks, Coach.
Right.
The percentage, though, just hasn't been looking good.
Yeah.
Hamon able to beat the shot clock right there. Good quick pass coming from Enzo Navarro.
But first off, that's the guy you want to take if the shot clock's winding down, John Hamon. And second of all, on that foul called, well, while we do know that CBC is a really good big man, but you got to locate the rebounders first before you even claim any rebounds.
10 assists now in the game for Manila compared to just 4 for the Cuyas. And 4 of those assists by Manila is coming from Lorenzo Navarro.
That's right. And so it's something that's, I guess, not so surprising because by DNA, Enzo is really a pure point guard that, you know, just like Robbie Darang and the other classic point guards we have here would play their role first off by finding open men.
Coach, I'd like to get your thoughts. A lot of people have been saying that the traditional floor general isn't anymore that present in today's game. You know, guys like Chris Paul, Rajon Rondo, wala na masyado yung ganung mood kasi puro scorer na yung type ng point guard na yun.
Yeah, I guess that's one thing in the game that I hope we don't get to miss because it's still different if you have a classic point guard that would actually be directing everything. He's the mind inside the floor, your mini coach, so to speak. And so if everything is in shambles on the floor and you don't have a coach, he's the guy taking charge of it. But it is how the game is. You know, you want each and every player to be multi-dimensional, but the leadership part is something, I guess, that's very innate and very unique to a point guard as opposed to the points guard that we have now.
That's just a testament to how big and how fast the evolution of the game has gone in this day and age. Baltazar out. They go to Ibanez. Another try from 3 this time. He makes it. Finally, a conversion from the outside for Nino Ibanez.
Yeah, and you know what? It's the exact same ball movement that were doing earlier. But in that case, they made it so it looked beautiful.
Tempra looking down low to Cruz. Good defense by Hernandez. Ibanez pushing the envelope again. Nino spins against Cruz. Too strong. Hernandez up for 2.
Well, Bulacan right now playing with a lot of will. Medyo nag-slow down ng konti yung momentum nitong Manila. They gotta get it back.
Avelona from three-point country, no good. Ubalde gives it up to Ibanez. Nino will try to attack again, leaves it. Hernandez, that's another 2 points. Back-to-back hits for Christian Hernandez.
So far in the battle of the point guards, Nino's on it.
Ibanez just all over the place. Every opportunity he gets, he goes inside, attacks, draws the defense. He sometimes takes the basket for himself or drops it off to his teammates. Timeout, Coach Gabby Severino. 4 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the first half. Take a look at this feed coming from Nino Ibanez to the basket of Christian Hernandez as we look at the lucky fan of the game. That's brought to you by Buenas. We are live from the Batangas City Coliseum for the first time this season. This is Javi Paraña joined by Coach Mike Perez and Ms. Gianna Llanes. The Stars down by 3 points so far, 30-27. Tempra, that's a walk.
And we were talking about Nino Ibanez earlier. I mean, at the rate he's going, might end up with a double-double. He's now got 10 points to go with 4 assists. And two assists and 4 rebounds, rather, sorry.
Happy to see Coach Gabby Severino get a head coaching job here in the Mpbl. A long-time assistant with Ateneo and then transferred to FEU. He is also an assistant with CSB under Coach Charles Ju the consultant of Manila here in the Mpbl.
Well, Coach Gabby surely, after all the basketball experience and the runarounds on the different teams, napakarami na nakita mga philosophies and schemes niyan. And that's what's good about being a coach. You get to build your own and execute it on your team.
Baltazar. Ooh.
Ooh.
Our referee motioning on another unsportsmanlike foul. I think this is a game where we've had so much unspos called in the first half pa lamang.
Yeah, and this one, I think they're looking at the landing spot, if I got that correctly.
Take a look at that again. Here was the shot by Baltazar. And then Tempra right in front of him. There you go.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
It seems he
did
violate the cylinder.
Yeah. Did hit.
If this will stand, it will be 2 shots for Baltazar.
Yeah.
Who has yet to score in this game. John Baltazar, also one of the holdovers for Coach Buds Reyes from that Mindoro Disciplinados team, alongside the likes of Cristian Hernandez, Paulo Hubalde, and Ken Osicos. I don't think Osicos is in uniform today.
Unsportsmanlike foul on number 4, James Tempra. His first.
So the call will stand. It will be an unsportsmanlike foul on former FU Tamarao, James Tempra.
And so far, every trip that they make, you see this once again. See that left foot on that landing spot.
And Baltazar didn't really jump too forward to be able to violate Tempra's own cylinder.
That's right.
3 free throws for Baltazar, the small possession.
Well, it's a good thing that we didn't see Baltazar getting injured at that moment. It doesn't mean that, it didn't get injured, that there'd be no landing spot call. That still is in there. His foot landed on the defender's left leg.
Oh, Baltazar missing on his first 2 free throws.
Ironically, they're actually 6 out of 7 previous to this one. Oh, man.
0 out of 3 for John Baltazar. He was also scoreless in that game against Batangas, playing almost 14 minutes. Not really much of an impact for him in that match against the Rum Masters.
After missing just one, they're now, 6 out of 10. Definitely sinks that free throw percentage deeper.
Ralph Manzo back into the game for Bulacan. Ubalde throws it away. AJ Mitchell, his first appearance in starting this game for Manila. Mitchell, Dipsy, do no good. Cruz fouled on the stick back.
Grabe rin athletic ability nito si DJ Mitchell, I mean, taking off, trying to hang. You just love players with such athleticism that could actually finish, because not all the players are that athletic for a finish, pero siya kayang-kaya mag-finish even through traffic.
Mitchell actually played US NCAA Division I basketball for Hartford and was supposed to be, I think, a one-and-done player for LaSalle in the UAP, but just deciding to go pro here in the Mpbl. Good opportunity for him to use this as a springboard as he tries to gain newer heights in his basketball career.
And this is definitely a good platform for him to show off his wares, so much as this guy right here.
Ibanez just forcing that one up after being bottled up by the defense. The Stars in transition. Avelona push shot short. Cruz tries to go for another offensive rebound, but it ends up with Celis. Jason throws it away. We go to the other side. Manila. Avelona bullets a pass to CBC. That's 2 points, and we're all tied up once again at 30.
Well, you got to take care of the ball and prevent points from turnovers, and they just gave up another one.
Coach Buds Reyes will be burning a timeout here. 2 minutes and 24 remaining here in the second quarter. You're still watching the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. Calvin Cruz against the Parañaque Patriots. A double-double para sa kanya in his debut here in the league. 13 points, 11 rebounds, but was quite a woeful 5 out of 16 shooting from the field.
Yeah, I expect so much better performance here for CBC. I know he's so much better a player, and you'll get more out of him as each of the games come along.
So far in this game, he has 7 minutes on 50% shooting alongside 4 rebounds and 2 steals.
Those are pretty solid numbers too.
After the timeout, shot clock winding down here for the Puyas. Does Manzo know it? That's a clean steal for Mitchell. DJ behind the back. Oh, just couldn't finish everything but the shot. But look who's there to save the day, Carl Brian Cruz.
And you love a man, a big man who actually does trailer jobs, despite knowing how good your lead man is on a fast break. Still got to come in there to secure in case they miss the shot.
Oh, we're very honored to have a guy like CBC playing here in the Mpbl. He was, after all, a mainstay with our national team. Escandor now with Cruz. They're trying to look inside to Humali, but couldn't get position against Hernandez. Javelona rejects the screen. A little hesitation. Javelona leaves it. What a play for Manila.
Little bit of Hesse right there, going baseline for finding CBC.
4 straight points, but that's answered by a 3-pointer by Choco Tanchoco.
Well, that's just gutsiness right there. Didn't even move the ball, so that defense was late, and understood that's his range, and so he took it.
He was 2 out of 6 against Batangas. Mitchell has yet to find the bottom of the net in this game. Ibanez, will he attack? Nope, he kicks it out. Back with Nino. Under 40 seconds to play here in the first half. Ubalde wants to post up Mitchell. That's a tough angle. Rebound to Umali.
Well, that just shows you the versatility too of Paulo Ubalde. I mean, post up, face up, middle ball screen, any which way you put him on the floor, he can actually find a way to create opportunities, not just for himself, but even for the team.
34 to 33, 10 seconds on the game clock. Javelona, the kick out to the corner. Escandor, back to Paulo. Javelona with 2 seconds left, overshoots the mark. Ubalde will not be able to make a last-second heave, and that's going to be it for the first half of action between Manila and Bulacan.
Really just good back and forth here between these two teams. Really close. Bulacan ending up with 16 in the first quarter, went on 17 and 18 for Bulacan in Manila. Just really good basketball so far in the first half.
1-point lead for Manila entering our halftime break. Our halftime score is brought to you by GameX.
Kayo'y nanonood pa rin po ng Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. It is halftime of our first game for today between Manila and Bulacan. The score is 34-33 in favor of Manila. Ako po si Gianna Lianes at para sa ating halftime interview, kasama ko po ang mga miyembro ng Satellite powered by Signal, si Sir Cian Luzon, Territory Sales Manager, at si Ma'am Carmi Rondero, who's the dealer coordinator. Sir Cian, magandang hapon po. Ikaw po yung una kong tatanungin. Anong sulit sayang offer po para sa mga satellite subscribers ang available po today dito sa Mpbl?
Sa ating mga nanonood ng live dito sa Cuneta, dito sa Batangas Coliseum, mapapanood po tayo sa satellite sa channel 53. Habang meron po tayong promo ngayon, mag-avail po tayo ng buy one take one. So sa mga nanonood po, please subscribe po tayo.
At Sir Cian, ano-ano ang mapapanood sa satellite sakto load 149?
Ayun, kagandahan po sa sakto load na 149, mapapanood nyo na po ng live ang Mpbl. Yung mga favorite team nyo po, mapapanood nyo po sila ng live. At the same time, may po kayo mapapanood na mga movies dito, like yung Celestial. Meron din po dito na yung mga channel ng mga pambata. So mag-enjoy po kayo, mag-load lang po kayo.
Thank you very much, Sir Cian. Ma'am Carmi, paano naman po makakapag-subscribe or makakabili ng load ang mga gusto manood ng Mpbl at marami pang palabas sa satellite?
Ang mga Batanggenyo, pasyal na po kayo sa aming TP Hub, Innovation Marketing, ENJ Building, Evangelista Street, Batangas City. And please like and follow our Facebook page, Signal-Batangas-Innovation Marketing. Maraming salamat po.
At Ma'am Carmi, meron ka po bang mensahe sa mga nanonood ng Mpbl ngayon?
Yeah. Enjoy po natin and support our favorite players and also our team. And also po, please subscribe our satellite for only 1,190. Buy one and take one po yung load.
Maraming salamat, Sir Cian at Ma'am Carmi. Siyempre po, from Satellite, powered by Signal. Ang balitang basketball na ito ay hatid sa atin ng Satellite, the official regional broadcast partner of the Mpbl. Tutok lang sa MPTV Channel 53, available sa Satellite, sakto load, 149 and up. Magbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
at the half now between the Bulacan Cuyas and the Manila SB Batang Sampaloc Stars. This is Javi Palanya alongside Coach Mike Perez and Ms. Yana Llanes. The numbers from the first 20 minutes of action, this has been a hotly contested ball game with no team leading by more than 6 points.
Yeah, and it really been a close match. Well, it was a lot of Manila until Manso came on and, you know, started things rolling para dito sa Bulacan team. And look at the shooting right there, 15 out of 37 versus 12 out of 33, roughly 40 and 36%. But as you see there, in 2-point mix, it's really good, 47% and 51%. The clear difference right there are the points, the inside points, 28 versus 16, it's a plus 12 for Manila, primarily because of turnovers, steals, and assists that they get out in the open floor, favoring Manila with a plus 6 in the fast break point department.
Well, Coach, talking about the field goal percentage, had it not been for the outside shots of both squads in the first half, their overall field goal percentage would have been much higher, as evidenced by the 2-point field goal story that you pointed out. Leading scorers for Bulacan, Ibanez with 10, Ralph Manzo came in the first half to be able to score 7 points. He also had 2 blocks. Cocotan Shoko with 5. Big boy Christian Hernandez with 4 markers. Sa kabilang panig naman, leading the way for the Manila Stars is Carl Brian Cruz with 11 points. Raba Al-Husseini has 6. Jan Hamon and Pau Havilona combining for 9 points in the first 20.
And notable dyan yung contribution ni Raba Al-Husseini, a couple of field goals and 2 completed free throws. Really helped a lot the cause of Manila.
Mitchell starting this third quarter alongside CBC, Pau Havilona, FS Cador, and Raba Al-Husseini. For Bulacan, it's Paulo Balde, Christian Hernandez, Tino Ibanez, Cocotan Shoko, and Karandak. A rebound taken by Bulacan. It's a miss to open up the third quarter for Manila. Ubalde setting up the table here for the Cuyas.
Little flex action here.
Ubalde gets the DHO. Ubalde off the glass for 2.
That flex action hit a little, stalled a bit, but eventually they were able to free it up. Right timing for that finish by Paulo.
Cruz, the spin. Corner, pocket, 3-pointer. Mitchell still could not find the bottom. Ubalde has DJ on his hip. Another tough floater. This time it couldn't work. Stars on the other side, no numbers for them. Mitchell waits for backup. Al-Husseini's trailing. It's with CBC on the right side. Raba at the post. It's a bit too short. Al-Husseini challenging for that rebound. It ends up with the Cuyas once again.
And surprisingly, after seeing Raba and CBC right there on the low block, we haven't seen Sean O'Malley for quite a while here for Manila.
Ibanez forced up that one and manages to get 2 points.
Sometimes you really just shrug your shoulders on those type of shots, especially from a special guy, Nino Ibanez.
Yan ang literal na shoot your shot.
Oh, yeah.
And making it as well. 37-34, 3-point advantage for Bulacan. Mitchell, extra pass to the left corner. Cruz swishes it through.
Yan ang nagpapadedi kay Carl Brian Cruz. You know, he can hit you from the inside, but he's also got that stroke from the outside, especially just leave that corner open, just like what happened that there.
14 points in the game for CBC. Hernandez trying to answer back. That's no good. Havilona, nobody stopping the basketball. Havilona going all the way.
Well, at some point you got to stop the ball, and you cannot allow that dribble penetrate just like that, especially with your entire defense just standing around.
Manila back in the driver's seat. Flex action once again for Bulacan. Ubalde tried to drop it off to Hernandez. It will stay with the Cuyas with 7 under 24.
Sobrang talino talaga ni Paulo Ubalde. Nireject na niya yung flex no? Iniba na yung movement after scoring previously.
Take a look at this fast break of the game brought to you by New Star Max. Win to the max. Paul Havilona with 4 points in this game. Sorry, make that 6 after that basket. He does have 3 rebounds and 4 assists too. Karandang receives the inbound. Karandang inches closer. Floater too short off the glass. Abelona gets 3 defenders. Mitchell, will he make it this time? Finally a basket for DJ Mitchell.
So far, that left corner 3 has been very friendly for Manila. Each and every time they went to that, the last couple of plays turned out to be baskets.
Previously 0 out of 5 before that made basket. Ubalde from the outside, that's long. Abelona looks up, Escandor on the left. Escandor might have been blocked by Karandang, but the stick back once again by Carl Brian Cruz.
Talk about staying the course. I mean, everyone else really just waiting for that right moment. And if that's an offensive rebound and a putback, Manila's gonna take it.
About Paulo Abelona, he really has been seeing the floor well in this game para sa Manila. Despite the block on Escandor, you still give credit, a lot of that, to CBC for those 2 points. 6 minutes and 38 remaining here in the third. Back here inside the Batangas City Coliseum, let's take a look first at our Buenas play of the game. Nino Ibanez, wild shot right there. Don't know how he managed to get that, but that's 2 points that they will still get.
Ang gusto mo doon, super kumpiyansa pa yung ano niya. Yung move after, talagang gusto ko itira.
Umingi pa nga ng foul eh.
Oh.
Their team down by 7 at this point, 44-37 against the Stars. Ralph Manzo checking back in the game alongside Jason Celis. Ralph Manzo short on the scoop shot.
And that time around, he would have been better off using that double gap on his right side instead of going middle.
Abelona draws contact, and he will take 2 shots.
And Pau Abelona has really gotten his way in this quarter. The many times na nakita natin binaba yung bola, ni-layup, pinasa, you know, he's just been having all this freedom. And somebody's got to check on Paulo right now if you're Bulacan.
Can I just say, I love this version that we're seeing of Paulo Abelona. He's always been known to be a scrappy defender, a leader on the floor, but he's playing the point guard position at another level here, at least this afternoon. And this is also the first time I'm seeing him this season, and I'm really very impressed.
Yeah, maganda dyan yung mga players natin who are aspiring to get to this level of basketball. Even you're just starting, I mean, you play the role that's given you, and so you have to be ready mentally, and you have to build that skill set too.
Oh, he's playing it to the hilt this afternoon. Offensive rebound. Ralph Manzo getting his own miss.
Oh, that's definitely a push right there for Carl.
A good job by Montero to be able to force that offensive foul on CBC.
Nag-uunahan kasi sila sa pagsili. Actually, Carl was trying to seal him and get him behind his back, but Montero was really just faster than him. Couldn't get to it.
That could have been an easy 2 points for Cruz.
Right. Masil niya si Montero, tapos na. Score mo na.
This is the biggest lead of the game for Manila at 7. Manzo has been the spark plug off the bench this afternoon for Coach Buds Reyes. Manzo, clean block upstairs by Cruz. Mitchell will not force the issue, but he takes the 3. No good. Escandor with another opportunity here for the Stars. Al-Husseini on the secondary. Cruz had to make something out of nothing. And he gets the foul against Lawrence Maliari. 2 fouls in the quarter for Lawrence.
Pero kung babalikan mo yung situation na yun, Francis Escandor on the corner, on that wing 3. And the big guys just running that high-low.
Naman punta tayo kay Gian Llanes.
The first half was about looking for the shooters for Manila. Now Coach Gabby shares that they just need to focus on their defense. Actually, kwento ni Coach Gabby that his confidence as a coach during tight games like these has really grown since he was the head coach of Navotas during the first season of the Mpbl. Dahil during the pandemic daw, he really prepared himself mentally for this next head coaching job of his. He asked for a lot of advice from fellow Atenean Jai Reyes, as well as read books like How We Do Things and listened to podcasts like Slap and Glass. Ito daw ang nakakabigay composure para sa kanya para maka-adjust sa bawat sitwasyon. Javi and Coach Mike?
Thank you so much, Gianna. Well, good for Coach Gabby to be able to stock up on his knowledge. That's really him doing his job and making himself ready for this stint.
Yeah, and ang nagustuhan ko doon is that he at the level that he's at, he's still looking for a mentor, and still looking for some people that they can consult, and whatever you have available in the internet. And him mentioning about slapping glass, that's actually one of the key podcasts that a lot of the coaches go to nowadays, because you learn a lot from there. Euro basketball, NBA type, defense, offense schemes, college basketball, NCAA, what have you. Slapping glass is gonna have a lot of stuff in there that you guys can learn. So I strongly suggest all you coach hopefuls, go out there in the podcast, go to Spotify and listen to Slapping Glass.
Meanwhile, there's a challenge on the floor. Coach Gabby will be challenging that last play. Talking more about that report of Gianna, I was quite surprised to hear that he was getting advice from Jai Reyes.
Jai Reyes, right?
Because Jai is younger than him.
Yep.
But, that just goes to show that he is walking the talk. Yung humility na sinasabi niya na kailangan i-emulate ng team niya. He's not afraid to go to younger guys and ask for advice.
Yeah, and sometimes, face it, even the young guns you get to learn from, just different perspectives altogether, be it in sport, in life, or even you working in the corporate. That's the same thing that you want to do, because you want to keep in pace on what's coming in and what's been going on.
That's just being the right kind of open-minded itong si Coach Gabby Severino.
At saka importante yan, being open-minded pag coach ka. Kasi ang dami mong kailangan matutunan and consider when you build your philosophies in coaching.
Coach Gabby has been an assistant under a lot of great head coaches. I do believe he was an assistant for Coach Norman Black for a long time in Ateneo, for Coach Tap Baldwin.
At saka with the roster that he has now, this is a really good opportunity for him to, show up some more of what he can do.
Score is 47-39, almost past the halfway point of this third quarter.
And Manila's really stepped up defensively. Right now, they have 10 steals versus that of only 3 for Bulacan. And he was talking about everything starting defensively. And true enough, we see it even in the numbers.
Challenge was successful, so it will be still Bulacan basketball because of the jump ball situation that was forced by that coach's challenge. Montero will set up the play here for Bulacan. Joshua, cross court to Celis. Jason goes to the corner. Ibanez, high looping three, won't work. Escandor, the native from Davao, gets another foul against Lawrence Malyari.
Stopping the ball is one of the topics they're going to be talking about here on the next dead ball, probably on the next timeout. A lot of times that left side of the floor has just been a free lane to anyone who would want to drive coming from the backcourt.
They're just really not marking the man with the basketball, who is apparently, if they don't know, the most dangerous man on the floor.
Court. Right, exactly. Whoever's got the ball, he's the most dangerous. So that's why coaches would say, if he's got the ball, you got to be on ball defensively. You cannot sag off of him or what have you.
Escandor missing on the first free throw. He has yet to score in this game, as this free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Split at the line for F. Escandor.
Right now, Sean O'Malley back on the floor finally for Manila. Sobrang lalim rin talaga ng bench, lalo na sa bigs nitong Manila. I mean, Ira Batelier and Sean O'Malley coming off the bench. Those guys are starters already in other teams.
O'Malley played close to 8 minutes in the first half. O'Malley shows hard on Ibanez. They force the steal. Escandor has the rock. Amon's asking for it in the corner. Escandor takes it for himself. Blue skies for that rebound. Ralph Manzo trying to go over the top of Sean O'Malley, but there will be a foul against Bulacan.
Well, Ralph Manzo really has just been very impressive here on his debut. And exactly what, Paulo Hubalde needed coming from his Bulacan teammates.
9 points and 6 rebounds in the game for Bulacan's Ralph Manzo.
Actually, pag tinignan mo itong guard rotation ng Bulacan, super loaded din sa guardia. Paulo Hubalde, Nino Ibanez, and even Ralph Manzo. And, they can battle it out with Manila in this game at that position.
It's really in the front line where medyo manipis sila.
Yeah. At saka feeling ko ang daming mga teams ngayon na actually nag-ramp up on the big spot. And I guess primarily that's because of Balti Baltasar. I mean, the guys dominated the league from last year. And, you got to be able to find the formula in a guy that could actually stop him.
Oh, what a clean block. Ralph Manzo has been a defensive linchpin in this game.
He's had, what, 2-3 blocks in this game? Look at this one. Pass in the corner, really just well-timed.
7 on the shot clock here for the blue shirts. O'Malley hands it off to Navarro. Enzo to the corner. Batelier, not really his cup of tea. That's a miss from the outside.
Blocks right now, 7 versus 2. All in favor of Bulacan, and I guess 3 of them coming from Manzo.
Celis missing on a difficult layup. Now to the other side. Amon tries to drive on Ibanez. Male faces up against Hernandez. That won't work. Manzo going past everybody, just could not get that shot to go down.
And immediately Enzo Navarro says, hold on guys, let's settle this down, get a little rhythm here.
48-39. Bulacan in a zone.
Yeah.
Navarro gets a screen from Batelier. Amon not afraid to launch it from the outside, in and out. Hubalde, bounce pass.
Oh, wow.
Manzo, the stretch, no score, offensive rebound. Basket won't go, but he gets a foul. Ang bilis ng second jump, and I'm just amazed at how athletic this guy is.
And I mean, if you look at the play-by-play, he got a block, he got a steal, missed a layup, went for a shot, got a rebound. Almost each of those lines would have his name on it. Man, Manzo's really just been all over the place.
He just really left his imprint on this match.
Yeah, he did.
It's actually the reason why they were able to get the lead in the first half, but here in the third quarter, they've been struggling to get points on the board, but it's not like they haven't been getting the looks.
And you like that Coach Buds is actually giving him that freedom, much as kind of like very similar to the freedom that he gives Nino and Paulo.
Manzo splits his charities. Lead is 8.
Back to that zone again.
Atelier sees Hanapi at the corner. Hanapi, Euro step, short. Ibanez pushes it. Manzo, one man to beat. Manzo all the way for 2. 48-42. Navarro picks up his dribble. It's with Hamon, back to Lorenzo. Hanapi, corner pocket 3, splash.
At some point, you gotta make Enzo Navarro look good. That right there and then, after so much ball swing, snake dribbles inside, skips it to Hanapi in the corner, and you gotta make that shot. You're totally unchallenged.
7 puntos sa laro na to para kay Didet Hanapi. Hubalde gets the step on the defense, gets past O'Malley, and gets 2 points.
Sobrang taas ng basketball IQ ni Paul. Alam niya si Sean yung parating, left-hand release kagad eh. No? Di na gumamit ng isa pang step eh.
5 points pa lang sa laro na to para kay Paulo Hubalde. That's another block for Manzo.
Oh, wow.
That's number 4 in this game. how many more shot blocks will this guy have in this match?
And he's got 12 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 blocks for a guard.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, what a game.
I am so amazed. 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Can Bulacan score? They're down by 7. Manzo asking for it, gets it. Karandang in and out. 3-pointers have not been working so well here, especially in the third for Bulacan. Hanapi, baseline drive. Hanapi finds another opening for 2 points.
Yeah, a little confusion right there on that coverage. 9 points for Hanapi in this match. And so far, what's good is that he's got 5 points altogether in this quarter after a little bit of struggle in the first half.
Manzo had to pick up his dribble. Karandang sets the pick for Hubalde. Diacoman. Ibanez, step to the side 3. That's short. Back-to-back misses from downtown for Bulacan. It's just really a matter of making shots right now for the Kuyas. Hamon. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Stars have been making a majority of their looks.
It's been the corners that's been very friendly for Manila. Those 2 corners and that left lane side, they just score each and every time.
If it's not an outside shot, it's a drive to the basket. If it's not Jan Hamon, it's Didet Hanapi. But for this 3-point shot that's brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances, Hamon drills it from the outside. He has 8 points in this game. 51.1 is the time on the clock. We'll be back. Babalik ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. Before we thrust back into live action, we'd like to take this opportunity to greet Vice Mayor Eliza Cruz of Batangas City, and a happy birthday as well to our sound engineer Cedric Vicente. I'd also like to greet everybody watching on MPTV Channel 98, on Satellite Channel 53, on Pilipinas Live, as well as on Facebook and YouTube. This is Javi Palanya alongside Coach Mike Perez. Bulacan off the timeout. Ibanez gets past the initial defender. Couldn't get it to go against Ira Batelier. Navarro directing traffic here for Manila. Navarro in the lane, leaves it. Humali short on the reverse. Mark Andales having trouble with that basketball. Navarro almost gets the steal, and Jan Hamon applauding him for the impressive defensive stop.
Yeah, and why not? I mean, you love that in your point guard, to be, not just to be telling everyone you got to move on defense or what have you. At certain points in time, you have to be able to show that and lead by example. Good job there by Enzo.
Oh, sorry, it's not a stop. They will keep possession, talking about Bulacan. About a 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. They're trying to set up Andales on the right side. Ubalde daw takes it inside. Ibanez from the corner. Finally, a 3-point conversion for Bulacan. 5 seconds left. Navarro takes it from way downtown. Enzo Navarro. What a way to end the quarter for Manila.
And he wanted that. He wanted that. He wanted to take back that defensive lapse in the corner 3. And Enzo just really putting his class on this match right now.
He said that I've been giving too much passes in this game. I have 7 assists. I have 4 rebounds. Time for me to take
score.
a basket.
All right.
Enzo Navarro with his first basket of this game. Take a look at this 3-point shot once again. That's brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
That's all the way from Steph Curry land. Look at that. Nothing but net. All bottom.
former Iloilo player, now strutting his stuff for the Manila Stars this season, and he has really made an impact off the bench for Coach Gabby Severino. They lead 58-47. End of the third quarter score brought to you by GameX. The Bulacan Kuyas have been struggling here in the second half, but tingnan muna natin. Presenting our Suzuki muscular and sporty fan of the game, just like the Avenus, do more and achieve more with the muscular and sporty scooter from Suzuki, the Avenus. Oras na para magmotor.
Ito, nakatayo sa harap natin si Paolo.
May sinabi ba sila?
Tinapos! That was a classic though by Paolo, that coverage of that game with Iloilo, who will eventually play later on.
That's correct. They will be going up against the home squad, Batangas City, Tanduay Rum Masters, as we take a look at the quarter scoring. A big 24-14 quarter there for Manila in the third.
That's 8 points already. Enzo Navarro once again setting up the table for the blue shirts.
Bulacan still sticking to that zone. Javelona gets the drive on the baseline, short on the shot.
A much better defensive stop right there by the Kuyas.
Ibanez will challenge Ira Batelier. Sorry, that's Carl Brian Cruz. Back in the game for Manila, he joins Sean O'Malley, Pau Javelona, DJ Mitchell, and Lorenzo Navarro. Navarro deals a pass that's stolen away by Bulacan. Nino Ibanez unbothered. Oh, sorry, miss.
Everything but the made basket though.
Isusubo niya na lang, coach. Ilalagay niya na lang. Umali. Got a lot of contact on Tansyoko. Oh boy. And that could have been a big help for Bulacan. That supposed basket by Nino Ibanez.
Could have made this a 6-point game and he made that. But much as we've seen Sean O'Malley for quite a while now on the floor, as nimble as he is, talagang ano siya, marked man siya sa depensa ng Bulacan. Kahit saan siya pumunta, nasusundan siya at talagang sinasabayan pag he makes any attempt.
At tuwing makukuha niya yung bola sa loob, talagang kumukumpol yung defense sa
Oh,
kanya.
yeah. Hindi nagpapahinga eh. Uy, si Sean yun, si Sean. You have to go out and guard him.
Sean O'Malley sinks the second free throw. O'Malley's 1 out of 4 from the field. Those were his first shots from the free throw line this afternoon. Doso Montero. Kasama si Karandang, Tansyoko, Mark Andales, and Paulo Hubalde. Montero gets the steal. Andales goes baseline. Andales, the adjustment, gets his own miss. Andales, basket and one.
Blessing in disguise pa. May 3-point opportunity para kay Andales dito.
Andales only with 2 points so far in this game. Here's the drive. Gets the miss. There was a foul against Javelona, who was late coming into the play. Or was that on Enzo Navarro?
I think that's on Enzo Navarro. He was the one who hit him on his left elbow.
Javelona will be meted with a warning here for resentment to a call. Nakita mo naman dun sa replay kung ano yung reaction niya pagkatapos ng pito na yun. Andales able to complete the 3-point play. Again, Mark Andales had 7 points off the bench, all in the second half for the Kuyas against the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters in their opening match, which they lost 76-68. Both Manila and Bulacan looking to get their first victories of the season. The Stars losing to the Patriots in their opening match. They were down by as much as 23 in that game. Tanchoco has been silent here in the second half, and he rings the bell for those 3 points.
Three-point shooting has been so much better between these two teams compared to how they started it. And Tanchoco knocking one down after that ball swing.
Bulacan now only down by just 3. Hanapi, he's loved those corners. In fact, this whole Manila squad has really made use of the left and right corners in this game, particularly here in the second half.
Yeah, and a lot of it really has to do with them going, with the opponent going zone.
The fake and the launch right there by Joko Tanchoco. Tanchoco with 11 points in this game. Ball is with Javelona. Defense late once again there for Bulacan.
Yeah, defense was late, and Raba actually felt that he could have gotten that ball too because nobody was on him. He's free underneath. Could have sealed off, do a sealed screen for that drive by Pau Javelona. And yung nangyayari kanina sa Bulacan in the first half, and they're getting ball movements and not making shots. Ito naman yung nangyayari ngayon sa Manila, at least for the last 3-4 possessions that they've had. And a lot of it is because of the zone, which forces them to kick the ball on the corners on the outside and take it from there.
Split out the line for Pau Javelona, himself a former UAAP champion for the NU Bulldogs. Tanchoco on the flare. That's a set they love to run. This time missing. Mitchell looking at his options. They go once again to the corner. Hanapi could not connect. Andales against 2 blue shirts, and a foul will be given up by Manila.
So far, Manila going 0 out of 4, I guess, from 3 on their last attempts. And a lot of it, again, goes back to the zone defense. Sometimes, at certain points in the zone, you really just have to overload one side and see where the attack is going to be. And if it's not there, you just swing the ball the other way. And which is exactly what Manila is doing. They're just not making those shots.
Dallas will be taking 2 free throws here. Cuyas as a team are 8 out of 13 in this game, make that 9 out of 14. And they are very much in this game only down by 3 points as we take a look at Coach Buds Reyes last year coaching the Mindoro Disciplinados. And this is practically the same core that they have for Bulacan.
Yeah, and he brought the head with him.
Oh yeah, definitely. 60-58. Aluseni wants it down low. He has the advantage over Tanchoco. Could not capitalize. Another chance here for Manila. Aluseni off the glass, short. Cruz tried to get the offensive rebound. Tanchoco needs a teammate. They go to Carandang. Carandang pulls out 3-pointer. That could have been big.
Got to go back real quick while that zone is not set up.
And even before they get it to Aluseni, JC Carandang gives up the personal.
Yeah, and if we're talking about adjustments, definitely adjustments right there in the last 2 possessions of Manila. Instead of going to those corner threes and shots from the outside, they've gone high-low and fed off Raba Aluseni as he tried to seal the big man in the middle of that zone.
Mitchell is hit by Andales, and he's going to be called for a foul. That was quite the hard hit to the face. Might have even poked his eye. Our referees will be taking a second look at this. Andales now matching his total from their first game as we take a look at that last sequence. Hit to the eye there by Andales. Not so sure if that's gonna merit an unsportsmanlike foul, but definitely at least a personal foul will be called on Mitchell, on Andales rather. 6 minutes and 15 the time remaining in this game. Right after, we have Parañaque going up against the South Cotabato Warriors. And at 8 o'clock p.m., we will be witnessing the first home defense of the season by the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters against Iloilo.
Well, how about that Tanduay Rum Masters with Chris Porter in the middle? I mean, they just gave them a lot of size and a lot of force to complement Dexter in the bigs.
And you know, just like Manila, we haven't seen the full force of the roster of Batangas City, because guys like Philip Manyamogan and James Siena have yet to be inserted into game day lineups for Batangas City.
Well, I guess a lot of the teams also are trying to keep some of their key cards and expecting how loaded this season is.
It is a long regular season for all of our 30 teams. Each squad will be playing 29 games this year. And then the top 8 teams from the North and South will be making the postseason. 62 to 58, 4-point lead for Manila. Ralph Manzo has been quiet here in the 4th quarter. Manzo throws Alusini on the switch, gets past him, short on the dipsy-do.
But the good thing if you're Coach Buds is that you caught up with Manso staying on the bench. Oh, but Mitchell's hitting that 3 from the corner.
Second 3-point shot of the game coming from DJ Mitchell. You leave him that wide open, he's going to make that shot. He's been taking a lot of that in this game.
Yeah.
But that much space, definitely big opportunity for him to drain that.
And he just makes you pay for that defensive lapse of not going to him.
JC, that basket rolls in for 2 points plus the foul.
Good move right there by Carandang. Little up fake. Got that defender to commit. Ball on the floor and the finish in the middle.
Only the second basket of the game for JC Carandang. Attacking the closeout of Raba Aluseni. 4 points, 8 rebounds sa laro na to. A chance for 5 for Mr. Carandang. There you go, he completes the bonus. Bulacan down by just 4.
Yeah, and ang malaking bagay nga nito, ginawa nila yan na nakaupo si Manso. Kanina, ang dami nilang dependencies kay Ralph.
Mitchell open once again for 3. This time that's no good. Gonna go back-to-back from the outside. For Bulacan, coach, this is quite the same story that they even have when they were playing under the Mindoro banner last year. They keep it stiff until the very end, but most of the time they fall short.
Yeah, that's, you know, that's something that has to change. It's good that you keep yourself in pace, dikit ang laban at bigyan mo yung pagkakataon mong talunin yung at panalunin yung laro. But you have to exert extra effort to try and get the win at the end.
Ubalde has not made quite an impact in this game. In fact, he only has 5 points in this match. Ubalde trying to change that, kicks it out. That's Shoko, 5 on the shot clock.
Right, you know that shot was gonna be short. Medyo may ricochet ng konti yung tira niya after that release.
Iskandor momentarily free on the left. Cruz, they go down low. Aluseni, he's been missing a lot of those point-blank shots.
Yeah, it's been, what, 3 in this quarter?
Ubalde now with the rock. A lot of time on the shot clock. Picks up his dribble. They go to Montero. What will happen here for Bulacan? Joshua gets a screen from Ralph. Manzo takes it. Way short on that 3-point shot.
I was kind of expecting for that lift by Tansioko on that little shake action, but decided otherwise. Manso took it.
Aluseni to Mitchell on short slot cut. Francis Escandor, specialty of the house.
Francis Escandor, to my observation, scores best on a catch and shoot. You know, putting the ball on the floor. You know, he's just deadly from out there.
That's his first basket of the game. Sorry, first 3-point shot of the game They only had 3 points in their game against Parañaque.
And maganda kay Francis is that he learns how to pick his spots, not to force anything.
Take a look at this fast break of the game, brought to you by New Star Max. Win to the max. DJ Mitchell coming to life here in the fourth quarter after struggling the entire first half. 9 points is the lead for Manila. Looking very good to maybe get their first victory of the season. Under 3 minutes to play in this game. Still very much manageable for Bulacan, but they're gonna have to do something right here, right now.
Yeah, and you see right there, alam na alam ni Paolo na yung bola nasa poste na kay Raba, inahayaan lang natin. We can't get the help from the middle because Raba is a very able passer. So it's the wing guys that actually help out defensively.
Batalier pushed to the floor, and there's going to be a foul against Bulacan after that shot by Aluseni. Bulacan, though, already over the limit. After that shot by DJ Mitchell. There's our lucky fan of the game, brought to you by Buenas. Crowd slowly starting to fill in here, the Batangas City Coliseum.
And this gym is huge.
Oh, yeah.
Mami, ang daming tao dito, I'm sure, because, you know, Batangas is one of those provinces that have really good basketball talent. It's a haven for basketball players.
Cuyas down by 9. Ibanez hasn't been a factor here in the second half. Tanchoco could not connect still from the outside. Those 3-point shots have not been friendly to Bulacan in the fourth quarter.
They've been makeable threes for Tanchoco. Just couldn't get that in.
Both teams actually haven't been fighting well from the outside, but the difference is, sorry as I say that, DJ Mitchell connecting from the outside. 13 puntos na sa laro na to for DJ Mitchell. That's after going scoreless in the first half.
That literally is man down right there, as nobody could even recover to the sweet shooting corner of DJ Mitchell.
He extends this Manila lead to their biggest of the ball game. That's a 12-point advantage for the Stars, 73-61. Take a look at our finance department headed by our treasurer, Ryan Dapidran. And all the other fans trooping in here to the Batangas City Coliseum for our Saturday triple header, exactly a week after the opening of our 6th season. This is Javi Palanya alongside Coach Mike Perez. Ms. Gian Alianes is at courtside. Cuyas down by 12 points as we enter the final 2 minutes, brought to you by GameX. Is this still enough time for Paulo Ubalde and company to get back in this game? Carandang missing. Hernandez with the offensive rebound. JC, another crack at it, decides to go to the corner. Ibanez still no go from three-point country.
I guess the quick answer to your question, Javi, is yes, there still is a chance because of that availability of a three-point shot, but you got to make those shots.
They get a steal here, 2-on-1 break. Carandang able to get the left-handed layup. Jan Hamon will check back into the game for DJ Mitchell. Mitchell making a good account of himself here in the fourth quarter. Atelier will bring it up here for Manila. They'll try to take as much time off the game clock as possible. Abelona, early shot right there for Manila, but the good thing for the Stars is they get the offensive rebound. Abelona playing the two-man game with Aluseni. What a pocket pass Raba just wasting that opportunity. Ubalde gets it to Baltazar and Jan scores.
4 quick ones here for Bulacan.
8-point lead, 73-65. Under a minute to play here in this game.
Little action going in here between, is that Baltazar?
It looks like it was Hernandez,
Hernandez,
and
yeah.
Aluceni.
Yeah, I want to get a quick shout out to Coach Jack Asqueta, former head coach of Muntinlupa Cagers, watching from the live stream. Coach, good afternoon. Hope you enjoy the games. Punta ka dito sa Batangas. Malapit-lapit lang naman to. At maglomi ka.
Oh, masarap ang lomi dito.
Oo. Pamaya pag-uwi.
Aside from the great basketball talent that we have
Yeah.
here in Batangas, masarap din ang pagkain dito, Coach.
Oh, yeah.
Meanwhile, there's a challenge here by Coach Gabby Severino. Dahil nga successful ang unang challenge niya kanina, back in the first half. He will have another challenge here to use. And he's going to utilize that here on that foul call on Raba Aluceni.
Yeah, this is just a 8-point difference and roughly about a 3-possession game with, you know, a little under a minute remaining. Still mathematically still possible for Bulacan to come back, maybe snatch a win or force into overtime, Javi?
Why that kind of look on your face, Coach, when you just said overtime? Well, the problem for Bulacan is I will not comment on that overtime comment. By the way. The problem for the Kuyas right now is they're out of timeouts while Manila still has 2.
That's right.
This was the play in question. Take a look at Hernandez and Aluceni going at it at the top of your screens. Coach Gabby's challenge was unsuccessful. 2 hits right there by Aluceni. So our referees will stand with their initial call, an offensive foul on Raba Aluceni. That's number 4 in the game. Ibanez goes to Ubalde. Quick handoff back to Nino. Baltazar to the corner. JC for 3. Yes, sir!
There you go.
73-68, 40.2 seconds. Coach Gabby will not use a timeout. Pressure here for Bulacan in the backcourt. Oh, Baltazar forcing the out of bounds, but our referee correcting the initial call. It will stay with Manila, but we're under 2 minutes here, so they definitely can review this.
Yeah, they definitely can review this. But how about that previous play by Bulacan? Going to a little keep action with Paulo Ubalde and doing a drive and kick, waiting for which side's going to be free, and that swing on the weak side allowed them to take that 3 that side.
Take a look at that possible steal. It was off of Baltazar.
Yeah, off of Baltazar, definitely.
35.2 seconds remaining. Javelona will organize here for Manila.
Have to get a
Bulacan
stop.
foul.
Yeah.
Bulacan and Manila are over the limit. Javelona takes it inside. Ubalde forward to Ibanez. Ibanez, 2 points on the break. 73-70.
1 possession game here.
19.4 seconds. We are going down the wire. Bulacan was down by as much as 12. Navarro almost lost it. He had 3 defenders converge on him as he tried to bring it across.
Kanina lang pinag-uusapan natin, Javi, ang pinaka-dangerous na player sa loob ng court yung may bola. Lalo na with the time winding down and you see that's Enzo Navarro, you gotta go out there and make sure that either has a difficult time or you get it out of his hands.
Kanina kasi walang umaharang sa bola. Ngayon tatlo naman.
Tatlo naman, yeah.
Nino Ibanez cutting this lead down to 3 points para sa Bulacan. Ibanez with another great performance in this game for Bulacan, definitely surpassing his efforts from that opening day game against Batangas. Enzo Navarro, though, calmly sinking those 2 free throws to extend the lead back up to 5.
Kalmante, parang hindi nadurog kanina pagbagsak sa sahig, no? Parang wala lang. And that I guess is the consummate pro that you love in Enzo Navarro.
Mana sa kuya.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shout out Coach Melo Navarro. I'm sure you're watching this game. No timeouts for Bulacan. Tansoko to Hubalde. 7 seconds left. Hubalde takes it. No go. And Hernandez with the offensive rebound. Another miss, and that's going to be it. Gallant stand for Bulacan, and if you ask me, Coach, an even better performance compared to that game against Batangas, but just falling short once again here against the Stars as Manila takes their first victory of the season.
Yeah, they actually won that fourth quarter, outscoring Manila 23-17, and a lot of that is because of their zone defense and a lot more forceful on their attempts. Really just, you know, a little cushion built already by Manila, which led them to this win.
Bulacan's lining down to 0-2, while Manila will go up to 1-1. This final score is brought to you by GameX. The Stars playing much better today compared to that opening game that they had against the Parañaque Patriots, where they were down by as much as 23 points in that game. But here, they made sure that they had a good start.
Yeah.
Now we turn you over to courtside. Gian Lianes is with our best player of the game.
Congratulations to our best player of the game, Carl Brian Cruz of the Manila Stars. Na-experience niyo actually yung una niyong talo a few days ago. So ano yung iniba niyo sa mindset niyo para makuha yung panalo ngayon?
Going to this game, talagang kailangan namin mag-bounce back. So, yung first game, marami kaming na-realize. So, ako, as a first-timer dito sa Liga, marami ako na-realize na kailangan ko respeto yung mga opponent ko. Then, I need to play hard. And dito sa team namin, akala namin madali lang manalo. So, kailangan talaga namin pagtrabahuhan lahat.
Okay. And then moving forward naman, ano yung kailangan niyong gawin para consistent talaga?
Sorry, what?
Ano yung kailangan niyo gawin moving forward para consistent talaga kayo?
I think siguro nag-adjust kami sa pagiging madisiplina in both ends, in defense and offense. So, yun lang.
Meron ka bang gustong pasalamatan? I'm sure maraming proud na proud sa inyo.
First of all, gusto ko pasalamatan yung wife ko, si Liza Cruz, anak ko, Calix Cruz, tsaka si Megan, and sa business ko, pwede mo bumate? CBC Power Tools yon. Tsaka gusto lang batiin si Congressman Sam Bersosa, Boss SB yon, tsaka SGA, Boss Frank Lau yon, and Awesome Smile, Robust, Fortune Pay, Ryan David Rojas, and sa mga batang 641, kay Raymond, kay Boss Raymond Ang, and Emilio Chu, and kay Mayor Hani Lacuna yun. Salamat sa mga sumusuporta sa aming mga Manileño. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and congratulations once again to our best player of the game, Carl Brian Cruz. He had 17 points, and our best player of the game is brought to you by Buenas. Back to you, Javi and Coach Mike.
Thank you, Gianna. Congratulations once again to CBC and the rest of the Manila Stars for notching their first victory of the season here dito sa ating Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. Up next, we have the South Cotabato Warriors facing the Parañaque Patriots. Which of these teams will move up to 2-0? We will find out in just a short while. That's it for the first game of our Saturday triple header here at the Batangas City Coliseum. For my partner, Coach Mike Perez, and for Ms. Gianna Lianes, this has been Javi Palanya. We'll be back for more MPBL action. Keep it locked in here.